Everybody, welcome along this afternoon. Welcome along this afternoon to another stage here in the Barum Czech Rally ZLIN. We're in the Czech Republic. We're here for what is an incredible, beautiful rally. We missed it here last year because of the COVID, but we're back again for the 50th running of this. And you wonder where we are. Well, we're standing, getting ready kind of for the ski lifts to open, because this is so cool, isn't it? It's just, there's something amazing about ski slopes in the summertime when you got the grass growing on them and you got the cows and everything. So this is the top of the lift here. Obviously you've got to obey the rules in various languages and yeah, just basically yeah, don't crash into people in your snowboard and stuff. And then we got some routes and runs over here, so we've got a couple of runs here up at the top of the hill. But of course the main run this afternoon is the next stage that we're covering, stage number 7 here this afternoon. Chris, right, don't trip over. We've got to get ourselves over this big lump of concrete block stuff. So Chris is holding the cameraman. It's great to have Chris back. We had Piotr, who was holding the camera for us in Rome a few weeks ago. But Chris, who's holding the camera, was actually at the Olympics doing mountain biking and something else. Can't remember what he was holding the camera for, but he was over at the Olympics. But he's back here for us now. But just like that, we're at the stop line. Ready. So here you go. Here's the stop. We've negotiated this time. We've moved the tent out of the way and negotiated here, set the arch up, so the guys that can look after doing the timing table and so on, and we are sort of, well, here, ready for this stage. But look at it, it's great, it's beautiful. You can see our helicopter pictures, and we've got some onboard camera pictures for you too. But I'm just gonna make Chris do all the work this afternoon. Just walk down here because it's so nice. Look at this, peace and quiet. Oh no, someone's got a vuvuzela. I can hear it in the background. That's not cool. As I said before, we need to snap one of those. Whoever's got it, need to snap it. So yeah, got the couple of the safety cars coming through here. This is safety 6 at the moment, and driving through. But the last part of this stage, from where we are, is stunning. But we've got to talk about the gap. The gap between Alexei Lukyanuk, who is not here this weekend, who's leading the championship by 1 point, Jan Kopecky out in front, versus Andreas Mikkelsen, just 2.9 seconds down to the local boy who went to high school here in ZLIN. It's an amazing story. Eric Seitz, who hasn't been on the podium here on an ERC round yet, but is learning all the time. Moving up to the Rally 2 car, starting his career and progressing up through the ERC. Eric Seitz, who was doing his exams here when the rally was running a couple of years ago. And you can stop that. No, seriously, I'll throw that off into the field in a minute. But right, okay. 4.7 seconds down to 4.7 seconds down to Eric Seitz. He's and they're laughing over there in the background. Not good. But it's an incredible story. It's incredible. But Jan Kopecky been here, done that, got the T-shirt, won the event many, many times, and it's just incredible. But look at this. Look at, I mean, look at the stages this afternoon. It's beautiful from our helicopter fantastic views. But with the 2.9 gap down to Andreas Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen was last here in 2012 when he was driving for Skoda UK in the Fabia. It was back then. It was the R5 car with the progression from the S2000 cars into the R5 category, and Mikkelsen here back in 2012. And then we've got Eric Seitz, who is 1.8 seconds behind him in the previous stage number 6. We're live on stage number 7 at the moment. Sounds like the police are coming, because we've got the safety cars just coming through the latter part of this 18+ kilometre stage. And spectators lining the road. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to nip out of the shot for a minute. And as you can see, trying to get my equipment to work properly at the end of the stage here. On the stage, ready to go, Miko Marcek, but this procession of safety vehicles coming through, look at that. Trying to listen to that, it sounds like a diesel Skoda Octavia. Is that a diesel? That is diesel, isn't it?
Diesel. Yeah, diesel.
Yeah, it is diesel. I was going to say Skoda Octavia. I'm sure they never made a rally car, Skoda Octavia in diesel, but it's not a rally car. Right. Safety car. Right, that's Czech style. Okay, we won't be having that until later on.
Good beer.
Okay, thanks. So from the safety car, they're delivering beers at the end of the stage. That's very kind of you, thank you. But we'll save that for later on. I hope, well, certainly don't mix alcohol and driving. Yeah, we have a zero tolerance to that here. Oh, hello.
Supercar. Lepší jak Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, co měl předtím, top.
Okay, good. Right, okay. Loves this car. Sorry, thank you. There we are. So this is, yeah, it's the little Yaris. We've seen these as safety cars on other tarmac rallies. I had one in Rome, I think, earlier this year. Anyway, let's stop talking at the stop line of the stage. Just soak up the atmosphere for a few moments. First of all, hopefully that man's going to blow his vuvuzela for us. And you can soak up some of the onboard cameras and some of the pictures of this long stage from my helicopter. That's the plan. So starting on the stage this afternoon, first car on the road is Andreas Mikkelsen. Then we have Eric Seitz, Jan Kopecky, Miko Marcek, Jari Huttunen. Jari Huttunen arriving back in the ERC for one more time, driving the Hyundai shod with the MRF tyres on that development campaign for MRF this weekend. Philip Mares after that, Simon Wagner, Johan Bonato, and the list goes on. But where we are up in the hills, it's just peace and quiet. Really, really nice. We've got the generator just rumbling away in the background from just to keep the arch pumped up. We've got to say hello to Stefan Hart, who's watching from Germany at the moment. We've got loads of you watching online at the moment, so don't forget to put your comments in the box. And if you want to do a shout out here, I can see some of your messages here this afternoon, so do follow us and like us online. Share this coverage of the FIA European Rally Championship. And yeah, we've got everyone listening in Poland, which is nice. All the Czech people, of course, do like a beer. Who else have we got online? Adam Lampert's online. John Armstrong's watching. That's the John Armstrong. He's saying hello as well. Gabor's saying go Herzig. You can see all this comments as if you're watching on YouTube as well. So join in the conversation with us this afternoon. But if you look at some of the trees lining this pass, we're north of the town of ZLIN now. So we're up in the ski area, slightly higher, about 560 metres above sea level at the stop line. So not exactly Alps kind of height for big powder snow, but still good enough stuff. Eric's doing a good job in the helicopter, sat there in the back there this afternoon, just scanning through the trees, trying to pick up the rally cars coming through. And if we just pop the camera off, Chris, first car coming towards us. Andreas Mikkelsen flat out in the latter part of the stage. So quiet, so peace and quiet. And then suddenly Mikkelsen arrives. Mikkelsen with a new co-driver this weekend. Straight over my ERC rock. Whoops. Andreas, second pass through, talks to us about the dirt and the mud pulled out. Is it a bit grimy, a bit slippy out there?
Yeah, it's a bit dirty this stage. We had a clean run, but it's very difficult to know how fast you can go, you know, so we did our best, but for sure you can go faster.
It's great coming into this stage, 2.9 seconds the gap between you and Jan Kopecky. It's like winding the clock 10 years ago to the IRC in 2012 when you two were battling together.
Yeah, it's pretty similar, but then I think I went off in the end, so now I try to stay on the road.
Did you go off in 2012? I can't remember, it's so long ago.
For sure I did some mistakes.
You were young back then, now you're mature.
Yeah.
That's Mikkelsen on his way. 2-minute gaps for everybody this afternoon, just because we had a bit of a stop-start morning for us. But if we go over to the timing board, 10 minutes 25.9. First time on the board for Andreas Mikkelsen. It'll be interesting to see how this fight goes down to the wire. On our previous live, just a couple of stages ago, on the end of stage number 5, we had Nikolai Gryazin with us, who crashed monumentally here on Pindle a couple of years ago. But Gryazin, it was great to hear from his view from inside the cockpit, and saying that how Kopecky can dial in when he wants to and do a bit of a smart drive, not going flat out all the time for the stage wins. Now Eric, this is a local hero. Door open for Eric's sides. Eric, talk to us about the stage, second pass through then.
Yeah, but it was, I don't know how to say, it was slippery like a hell. We had not so good tires for this, but I tried to be precise as much as possible, do best possible job, and the time is looking good for Mr. Mikkelsen, but we need to wait also for Mr. Kopecky.
It's a fantastic battle with you and Jan Kopecky. You're so young, he's old and mature, and you got Andreas Mikkelsen sandwiched in the middle. It's brilliant to watch.
Yeah. Mr. Mikkelsen is legend, Mr. Kopecky is legend. So I'm trying to push a little bit to be there with them and have fun. But it's so beautiful to see a lot of spectators here, and I like it so much that I can compete here.
And just competing here, do you come up here and ski sometimes in the winter time?
To be honest, not with the ski, but with the dogs in the autumn. It's a beautiful place by every year.
Yeah, that's good. All right, good luck. Crack on. See you later on. That's Eric Seiss. So Eric coming up here in the autumn with the dogs, which is nice for walking and other bits and pieces. Really quick kid on a mountain bike as well as Eric Seiss, and moving from downhill mountain biking into the discipline of rally, which is fantastic for him. So with Eric Seiss with a time of 10:18.0, fastest through out of the two of them. See what Jan Kopecky has to say. See if he's going to have that little twinkle in his eye. A little bit of muck and dirt in the rear rim, just where he's been cutting a bit deep there. So is he going for a stage win this time? Let's have a look. Wait for the time to go on the board. Just while he gets his helmet off, I'm just going to run around the back. 2 spare tyres with him in the boot, of course. 10:21.9. Is it a measured, calm drive this afternoon? But Eric Seitz just keeps going for stage win after stage win.
He's young, you know, and I think he's, I don't want to say enough crazy, but okay, I hope he has the control still under the car, and for sure I think his tire choice was, I think, the best one for this loop. We are on the same tires as Andreas, a little bit mixture, you know, with medium and soft, and always the balance of the car is not completely perfect, but it was tricky loop. We are happy to be here, and now let's see what happens, you know, last 2 stages to go.
Do you think if Alexei Lukyanuk was here this weekend competing, do you think it would be a different story? Do you think you'll be driving a bit harder to try and beat the Russian rocket?
It's difficult, you know, to know how long he's gonna stay on the road.
See you later on, Jan. Great to see you.
Bye.
Good luck. That's Jan Kopecky with a 10:21.9, so fastest through. Eric Seitz with a 10:18.0, 10:18.0. See if there's any more comments coming in at the end of the stage. Just scroll down. Everyone rooting for everybody pretty much this afternoon. Got guys watching in New Jersey from Finland. We've got people in downtown ZLIN watching us this afternoon, which is good. Everyone rooting for Andreas Mikkelsen. All right. Let's have a word with this Polish guy. Miko Marczek's had a fantastic season so far. He started off on his home event on the podium in Poland, and then has just been improving ever since. Miko, talk to us about this one. Second pass through, how was it?
That was tough, to be honest. I'm doing my best, but for now we should be very cautious to not make some big mistakes. I'm happy to be here on the finish line. It was hard and tough, but we are here, and it's important, and we have some experience, and now it's one of the toughest loop in front of us, because we will go Pindula at night, and it will be like crazy difficult, but it's good because after this rally Barum I hope we will be much better.
And some words in Polski.
To był wymagający odcinek, słuchajcie, ciężko jest utrzymać takie skupienie, jakbym chciał, jechać tak szybko, jakbym chciał non-stop, ale walczymy i staram się jak tylko potrafię i zobaczymy na co będziemy w stanie wywalczyć, także trzymajcie mocno kciuki za wieczorną pętlę, bo ta Pindula wieczorem będzie bardzo wymagająca.
That's good. Thanks very much, Miko Marczek. You're probably just seeing on your screens there. I'm just going to have a look myself as the camera's scrolling around. News in that Jari Huttunen has crashed in the stage. So Huttunen is off the road as we speak. So disappointment to hear that Jari Huttunen is off the road. But we'll get some more information on that when we can. But I'm also looking at the same screens that you guys are at home to see if we can pick any of those images up of Huttunen on the camera. But Jari Huttunen, who is here for the first time with the Hyundai, with the MRF tyres, is off the road in the stage. So we'll get some info on that to you shortly. We're live this afternoon at the end of this one, stage number 7. It's not the longest of the day. Pindula is that, but this one just a little shy, just over 18 kilometres in length. Miko Marczek with a time of 10 minutes 30.9. Right. Info coming through that the stage has been stopped. Right, let's just scroll the camera over here at the moment. So I think, here we go. Yeah, so we've just got 4 cars through at the moment. So car 2 through with a 10:25.9, car 8 with a 10:18.0, and that's Eric Seitz there, 10:18.0, pretty good. Stage 6, car 6, 10:21.9, and 4 with a 10:30.9. But the stage is stopped. I'm just trying to see if we've got any more info. You can see that from Jari Huttunen, the rear end of his car, rear left, is he's just hit something in there big time. The car's not going anywhere. Stage stopped. Car is blocking the road. So right, that is crew are out of the car, as you can see on the screen from Eric, who's in the back of the helicopter this afternoon. As our helicopter just hovers over the back. It's a heavy left impact to the rear of that Hyundai. Is looking probably like the roll cage will be damaged in there, and just trying to extract that out and get the car out of the way as we speak. So currently stage stopped, Jari Huttunen off the road. Slightly interesting setup that we've got here at the end of the stage. So the pictures I'm viewing are actually the pictures that you're viewing as well. So see, so there's a slight delay on what I'm talking about to you. Is just anyway, you can kind of see what's going on there at the moment. But trying to move that car out of the way. Disappointing drive for Jari Huttunen, showing great potential, but we'll get to the bottom of that on ERC this afternoon, and we'll drill that down as to what went wrong when he's back at the service park later on. But at the moment the pressure's on to get the car moved out of the way and get the stage restarted. So with Huttunen blocking the road, we've had Miko Marcek. With Huttunen blocking the road, we've got Philip Mares, Simon Wagner, Johan Bonato. So you've seen on your screens there, is out of the car as well. Thomas Kossa, Miroslav is there too. So all the drivers just having a bit of fun at the start of the stage. So we've got our live cameras down there. But just those pictures of Huttunen's car, you can see Philip Mares is out of the car with his helmet on, trying to assist to get the Hyundai out of the way. So at the moment at the stop line, it's all a bit quiet. There's nothing really to show you at the moment, because we've got no competitors coming through here until that car's moved out of the way and everything is restarted. So just some of your comments from wherever you are around the world. It's absolutely brilliant to see how many watching this afternoon and where you're all coming from and viewing this afternoon. We've got, where did I see just a moment ago? Juan Carlos is watching us from Chile this afternoon, so hello to you, Juan. And we've got some guys watching in Copenhagen. Gunters is watching us in Copenhagen this afternoon. We've got people watching in Greece. Hello to you too, in Athens. All quiet here at the end of the stage. So I'm kind of flying solo at the moment. We've got the helicopter up in the air. We've got the camera down on the ground at the start of the stage. There's Chris holding the camera at the end of our stage with me, Chris, just talking to you, and just a bunch of spectators. So I can't really show you much. I'll tell you what we'll do. We can go for a little bit of a walk and have a look at the beautiful countryside for a minute. Do you fancy doing that? How far does that transmitter work? Can we go snowboarding this afternoon? Let's go have a look around here, just show you how nice the Czech Republic is. Okay, So we've got 4 cars on our way to us shortly, with Huttonen's car moving that blockage. But yeah, does it work? Look at this. Chris is going to try and climb over the tape here. I don't think anyone's going to jump the line this afternoon and get skiing, but look at this. It's kind of eerie. Got a little kestrel just taken off there. It's just flown off. It was just on the wires here. But it's quite a cool ski slope, this, isn't it? We could see how far we could go. Hey, good fun. Get a bit of pow up here and do some lines. Maybe a little bit of snowboarding would be quite good fun. Around the back of the logs. We've got the logs for the winter time. Does it work if we go around this way? Anyway, we've got 4 cars coming to us. We're filling time here at the end of the... best not do that, Chris. We're not going to be able to get our way back. But the ski lift behind us. Little wood fire there to keep everyone warm. Let's wander back. Got a couple of blue runs. Red run as well, which is nice. Anyway, that's all happening in the winter time here. 664 metres is the top station here. Right, Chris, don't fall over and hurt yourself. Right, there we go. Right, let's get back through the ERC arch. Apparently, I'm hearing from the office that we've got 4 cars on the way to us, so we'll have a chat with them in a minute. And then wait for these 4 cars to come through, and then what the organisers have done here in the Czech Republic is quite a smart way of thinking. Is we've run 2 stages this morning. We had a regroup and service, and then out again this afternoon for 2 stages, a regroup and a refuel, and then now 2 stages and then another regroup before coming out to doing it again this afternoon late on in the dark. So they've sort of 2. So there's breaks during the day, which enables for these kind of incidents to be able to just claw back just a little bit of time by compressing the regroup area. So they build into the itinerary this sort of buffer zone, so they can squash that down a bit. We've been running at 20-minute regroups and 20-minute regroups throughout the day, or 30 minutes and service and so on. Philip Mares, as you can see from your cameras, is driving through to us. The stage has been red flagged, so Philip will be through to us at some point. The helicopter's just following these 4 drivers through the stage. So we've got just wait for Philip to come up the hill. We'll have 4 cars coming through here, and then we'll make a call on when the stage will restart and get ourselves back up and running. But yeah, disappointing, big disappointment for Jari Huttunen. So coming up, we'll have a quick chat to in a minute, will be Mares, Wagner, Bonato and Thomas Costa. Last night, though, in the centre of ZLIN, it was absolutely amazing to be out at sort of quarter to midnight, the city centre on lockdown, as we were watching the cars going round and round the 9-kilometre stage that they build in ZLIN. They have to do that after the buses have sort of finished and left the bus stop area, and all the businesses have closed for the day, so they can close down the roads. And the firework display last night was incredible. It was absolutely stunning. That was all after the final car had come through, which is Andreas Mikkelsen. So Mikkelsen had probably the shortest, toughest deal last night. He was the last car on the road in ZLIN last night, and then straight out of the final stage into the Parc Fermé for the night, and he was the first car on the road this morning, so he was the guy with the shortest amount of sleep last night. Nevertheless, doing a good job today. We're going to talk to these next 4 drivers, and then we'll go on board and just watch some footage from Jan Kopecky in SS3 this morning. and that was this stage earlier on today. We'll watch some of that footage in a minute, and now we will just wait patiently for these drivers to come through so we can just have a quick word with a couple more drivers. No more information coming through to us at the end of the stage. However, you can join myself and Julian Porter live on ERC radio at the end of every stage this afternoon. See the shots coming down from the helicopter. Where we are at the end of the stage, you can hear the heli getting closer to us. We're always fascinated with the helicopter when it brings you these shots. So showing you the beautiful countryside here in the Czech Republic. And the helicopter just loops round and heads back again. Hovering, he's going to pick up Philip Maris in a minute, I think, and come towards the stage end. But other than that, no real news. You can see on the sign there that Norbert Herzig is getting himself ready to restart. So we'll have a bit of a gap in proceedings, and then we'll take a call to see what's happening. But as Manu brings the helicopter down towards us, just following Philip Maris on the latter part of the stage towards us, as they come down to the end of the stage. This is Maris, obviously not under competition speed, but it's kind of cool to see as you've tracked him right the way along here to the end of the stage, and then we're stood here at the stop line. It's pretty cool. Let's just have a word with Philip, see how his afternoon's been up until that point. Philip, disappointment with Jari Huttunen. What happened? What did you see then?
Jari had quite a big crash in downhill section at the first part of the stage, but luckily they are okay. That is the most important thing. But it's a shame for him, and for sure it's a shame for us, because we need kilometers to keep going, to keep pushing the guys behind us.
And how was your How was your stages after Pindula? How was the one before this?
I think it's good for us until Jari's crash, so that's a disappointment for me, but it's like this, and as I said, the important thing is that Jari and his co-driver are okay.
Okay, we'll get some more kilometres in a bit then, so thanks very much. That is Philip Maris. Let's just walk down and have a word with Simon Wagner. Simon's going to... Or Simon's just going to open the... Oh, he's just going to pull forward. He'll stop for us, don't... there we are. Simon, so a bit disappointing that the stage was red flagged halfway through, but were you in the zone before it was red flagged?
Yeah, it's just a shame. We had such a good stage, the first loop, and now again with the right tire choice, so... It's very disappointing, but in the end it's important that Jari and his co-driver are okay, and they are, so yeah, we will see.
Okay. I could see you out. Were you out of the car assisting to move the Hyundai out of the way? Were you helping?
Yeah, we all helped together to move the car from the stage, but they are fine. That's the most important.
But looking at the back of the car, does the roll cage look damaged? It looks like it was heavy rear left impact.
Yeah, I guess there's no restart tomorrow, no.
All right, thanks, just so we know that, that's okay. So looks like no restart for Huttunen's car, but Thomas Costa is going to come through, but see how he is. Sorry, Miroslav, not Thomas. Is he okay? He's just waiting for his time on the board with cracking time, 18 minutes 30.5. He's smiling away. Obviously these times aren't competitive because they've been stuck in the stage just assisting, so yeah, but it kind of looks a bit crazy that you've got Eric Sykes setting the fastest time, and then you've got a time of 21 minutes 23.3. It's yeah, they'll get their time awarded back to them later on when they get down to the service park. Right, okay, any news? All right, stage 7 has restarted. So as the drivers head off, 7 has restarted. The helicopter is on its way back. Let's stay on air then. Are we going to stay on air? Haven't heard anything to say that we shouldn't stay on air. So we've got the guys from Pirelli here with the temperature gauges, and they're all ready to get back in to restart their job. So without much information for you at the end of the stage, let's just relax for a few minutes. Let's just wait for Norbert Herzig to come towards us. So we'll just take a moment to breathe and leave our cameras live at the restart and get the helicopter pictures for you. And as I've got no news at the end of the stage, sit back, make yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and we'll be back with you shortly. Just watch these pictures. Who's flying that drone? Because that shouldn't be flying with the helicopter. Roman Celas. Right, just get ourselves organised at the moment, so just waiting for Norbert Herzig to come through. I know that you're still joining us live, but as I say, there's nothing really to report to you at the end of this stage at the moment, but just keep enjoying those pictures from the helicopter, which is on its way back. It'd be great if we had Nikolai Gryazin with us this afternoon, wouldn't it? If we could talk about all sorts of stuff, but no one's. Nikolai has had to head off to the airport. So as we stand at the end of a stage here, a bit of tarmac in the countryside in the middle of the Czech Republic, waiting for us to try and find Norbert Herzig that's buried somewhere in the countryside. We're trying to pick up that where his car is from the helicopter that's flying around. Tell you what, trying to find one Hungarian guy driving a little Skoda somewhere on a stretch of road in this mountainous region is pretty tough, but fair play to Eric in the back with the eye in the sky. He's managed to pick up and find Norby now, which is good. So we can bring you a little bit of camera footage and a little bit of news. So the good news is that the rain didn't come here this afternoon. We had a short shower in Pindala before. So I had a short rain shower, but that hasn't come. The weather forecast this afternoon was for rain round about 6 p.m. this evening, but it's 20 past 5 or 17 minutes past 5 in the afternoon right now. And you're watching onboard footage and pictures live from our helicopter with Norbert Herzig, who is on his way through. We're hearing news that Johan Bernardo has also stopped in this stage at the moment, but that is just unconfirmed reports at the moment. But Johan Bernardo, who was behind Norbert Herzig on the stage... Yeah, because we're missing... Yeah, Bernardo's not there, so... Bernardo would have been in front of Norbert Herzig. Just to correct you on that as I'm looking at the start list. Anyway, more of you watching. Crazy day here in the Czech Republic today. Crazy, crazy day. I love the way the helicopter has to sort of hide behind some trees to wait for the car to come into shot, and then follows it through the countryside. But good news is now at the end of the stage, finally, we've got some action after a whole few minutes there of nothing really going on. Let's see what Norbert Herzig has to say. Cold tyres for him, because he was waiting on the start for quite some time there while they sorted out to get Jari Huttunen's car out of the way. But Norby arrives. Norby just sorting himself out at the end of the stage. Norby, cold tyres, so the car must have been very, very slippy. You were waiting on the start for quite some time.
It was very, very slippery. Unfortunately, we had to wait a little bit the start because of the Jari Huttunen crash, and therefore our tires cooled down, and so a little bit I was careful some section and the first some key mileages, and the problem was that many times was the road was absolute dry and many times was absolute wet. So every change in the whole stage. So it was a real rally again. It was a real Barum stage, but perfect.
That's good. That's good. So cold tyres slipping and sliding all over the place. Thanks, Norby. Cheers. Door closed for him. So he makes his way out of here. But hanging around at the start of the stage when you've taken your time to get the heat into the tyres before the stage, so a lot of drivers stop further down the road, not actually at the start area. You know, they could be a couple of kilometres down the road, timing perfectly to get to the start line with optimum temperature into the wheel rims, into the brake discs, and into the tyres to retain that heat, to give them just a bit of extra grip as they stick to the stage. But when you're held on the start line for so long, that temperature just dissipates away, and then when you're given the sort of the nod to start the stage on cold tyres, you haven't got anywhere really to get some heat into those tyres, so you end up having a bit of a lively ride through 18 kilometres of the Czech's finest tarmac. Nevertheless, we're back up and running again. Next up, we should be following Callum Devine at some stage. Incredible pictures from the helicopter just watching Johan Bonato into the stage. Johan's first time here. You see the Citroen just getting cut and bumping out of some of the cuts in the stage. Here's wheels off the road, and then there's a lot of debris and dirt pulled out from the previous pass. So as our helicopter is somewhere coming towards us, so Bonato through. Johan's here. How was that, Johan?
I had a rear puncture, rear left. I don't know where exactly, maybe on the jump or I don't know where. We did some training for change the wheel before the race, and we had to change it on the race, so it was a good training, but not good for the time.
Not good. And how long were you holding on? How long were you waiting at the start for? Were your tyres still cold when you got to the start?
Yeah, for sure, but we were with the 4 soft in the car, so when they are tired, when they are cold, they are working good as well, so it was not a big difficulties for us.
Okay, good. Thanks very much. That's Johan Bonato. Just looking in the back there, you probably can't see it, but there's some little ski goggles in the back for if they lose the, I don't know whether you can see that, Chris, but if they lose the windscreen and they need to drive, they can put the goggles on. Let's have a word with Callum Devine. Callum, all okay? How was the run?
Yeah, it's a crazy stage that. It's really, really enjoyable, but very, very slippy. Very slippy since the first pass, so we were cautious enough, but yeah, no drama.
Alright. Cautious enough, very, very slippy for Callum Devine. And with a 10:45.4 for Callum. Okay, next up, helicopter just collecting and following the next cars coming through towards us. Super low coming towards us across the fields. Straight up. Fair play. That's some good skills, some good driving. Let's have a word with Peter Samarad, smiling away. How was that? That was quite cool, wasn't it? The helicopter over the top of you at the end. How was your run?
Yeah, I saw the helicopter at the last part of the stage. It was amazing stage. I love 17. I'm very sad that we could not make the stage when it was fully dry during the first pass. But this is rally, you cannot expect anything. So I mean, the time looks okay to me based on the fact that it's basically first pass for us, because we didn't start this stage this morning in full race mode. So being just 1 second behind the Irish guy whose name I don't remember is quite okay.
Callum Devine. Callum Devine.
Okay, yeah, I remember. It just went somewhere from my head.
That's all right. No worries. That's good. Nice to be behind the Irish guy. Right. Let's have a word with Efren Lorena. Efren, yeah, it's kind of dry now, the surface. There's just little bits of mud stuck on the side of the car, but he's just turning his onboard cameras off at the end of the stage. Efren, talk to us.
Yeah, now I try to survive. It was with a lot of wet conditions. We were just stopping at the beginning of the stage more than 15-20 minutes, so okay, our tires were completely cold, so I try to survive and try not to do mistakes, but it's really difficult stage here.
Okay, thank you. All right, that is Efren Lorena. If you're just joining us this afternoon on our social media live feed, we're at the stop line of stage number 7 in the Czech Republic. This is the FIA European Rally Championship, and we're on the second tarmac round of the season. We started off earlier this year in Poland on the fast gravel. We then headed off to Latvia, to Liepāja, up in the Baltic state, and it was great to be up there, and then coming back down to Rome in Italy for the first tarmac rally of the season. And this is the second round on tarmac. This is the what is the stunning Barum Czech Rally ZLIN. It's the 50th running of the event. And yet another car comes down to the end of the stage. So we had a bit of a stoppage earlier on with one of the cars piloted by Jari Huttunen just holding us up. But if you're joining us now and just tuned in, welcome along. A bit of mud on the roof. Your face says it all. Talk to us about it.
My friend, the rally is the hell. It's incredible, displaying all the special. The rally is different. Incredible, very difficult. Very difficult. I am happy only for start here in the finish.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, good.
All right, thanks very much. All good, all good. All right. I think his face says it all, just that, yeah, this rally is hell, he says. I want to be in the car. I want to have a go and drive out there, see what it's like. We'll do that one day. Kochi's in. Talk to us. How was the run?
This one is amazing, to be honest. But I was not pushing at all. Like we were trying to be clever. We're a little bit too soft with the tires and the car just to feel it, because I was not in the car for a long time. But anyway, I enjoy a lot. Amazing.
All right, cool. Lovely. Nice. There you go. So enjoying it. Wow. Great shots. Today seems to have lasted quite a long time. Certainly has gone on a long time, but it's been beautiful here today with the drivers coming through now. We had a bit of a stop-start side of things. We've got 2 more stages to go this afternoon. So as Martin Villek is here, we'll just wait for Ken Torn to come in a moment, have a word with him. But it's great to have spectators back, and it's great to have spectators back here at the end of the stage. And what is pretty spectacular, and I'm not sure whether, Chris, if we do this before we wrap up with Ken Thorne, I don't know whether we can cut in the live feed. You see Eric and Manu in our helicopter. So they're piloting the helicopter. They're hovering above the tree here. So Chris, if you can zoom in from the ground here and just trace these guys. We'll try and do I'm going to tell the directors to do something that they probably don't want to do, is do a split screen. The view of the helicopter now as it collects the car. And Chris, if you follow and track the helicopter as it comes towards the end of the stage, and you'll understand how these guys are such masters at what they do. They don't talk to each other. Well, they do talk to each other in the helicopter, but they never watch the footage that they film. They just do their job, give us the footage in the office, and that's it. So the heli is waiting to collect the car as it comes, and then Manu in the back is then going to focus in on the car as it appears over the crest of the hill. And now, just watch the manoeuvre here, just the skill set involved in this, pinpoint precision. So the heli then nose dives down, and then on the screen you can see Eric in the back tracking the car as it comes towards us. But just watch this shot as the heli comes down low, almost level with the power lines across the end of the field, towards the end of the stage, pulls up high, banks up left. Check out the angles on that. It's just incredible. And then you get Ken Thorne at the end of the stage. The boys are incredible at what they do. But Eric in the back, if you watch the ATP tennis, if you watch the French Open tennis on Eurosport at Roland Garros in Paris, Manu's the same guy who operates the... Eric's the same guy that operates the spider camera on that. He's talented and in Dakar as well. Ken, great to see you, Ken. Haven't seen much of you today. Talk to us about that stage in this car. How was it?
It's a really nice stage. This time we gained the speed and we really enjoyed. And this day is so far so good. Good. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Good. He's smiling, which is good. Right, Ken Thorne, ERC Juniors. Let's roll the camera around. I mean, Chris, you do a good job as well holding the camera. I mean, you're pretty special because you were over at the Olympics the other week just filming that, and we missed you in Italy. Right, from the end of this stage this afternoon, it's been our second live of the day today. I hope you've enjoyed it. A bit of a stop-start stage with not much to talk about in the middle, so thanks for staying with us while I completely waffled in between. The rest of the runners and riders are coming through here. It's not the longest stage of the day, but as we wrap up this evening, Jan Kopecky is just dominant on this sealed surface in the Czech Republic. Strap yourself in, watch this. This is what Jan Kopecky looked like from his onboard position through stage number 3 when it was run the first time earlier on today. We'll catch up with you later on tomorrow when we're live, but carry on listening to us on ERC Radio if you want to know what happens for the rest of the day. See you later.
Pravá 7 později, váže levá 4 delší, 151, pravá 5 přes horizont sumpu, 20, pravá 2 delší, utáhne na skok vlevo, 72, levá 5 dravy, 40, pravá 3 dlouhá přes horizont a levá 3 hop, 30, pravá 3 dlouhá, váže levá 5 minus, 40, levá 5 plus přes horizont, váže pravá 6 minus a levá 7 teď. 72. Levá 6 hop sumpu, váže levá 5 plus skok. 50, pravá 4 hop. 60, pravá 4 plus hop dvakrát. 40, pravá 5 značka. 40, levá 6 minus, utáhne 6 přes horizont, dlouhá utáhne. Váže pravá 6 minus kolej kámen. 30, pravá 6 minus středem, 20 levá 5, 7 přes horizont, váže pravá 5 po skarpláto hop, 50, levá 5 kolej, 20 pravá 5 plus, 50, pravá 6 minus přes horizont, 40, levá 6 minus později skok, 40, pravá 5 přes horizont hodí, 60, pravá 4 na horizont, 50, brzda horizont pravá 1, utáhne 6 kolej dlouhá. 121 tyče. Skok s předem, 30 pravá 6 plus předem přes horizont, 20 levá 5 tyč, 30 levá 6 za tyč hop delší, váže pravá 4, 30 pravá 8 minus odboč přes horizont úzká na vlhko, váže levá 5 kolej a pravá 5 plus přes horizont, 41 pravá 6 předem přes horizont dvakrát, 50, pravá 5 váže levá 6 stavy, 81 kolej, pravá 5 plus kat, hned levá 5 přes horizont na kolej, 80, levá 4, 121, horizont hned pravá 6 minus předem, open přes horizont, 50, levá 5 dlouhá, 6 minus za horizont, 50, levá 4 váže horizont delší, 20 levá 5 plus, 20 pravá 7 plus značka úzká, 30, pravá 6 klouže sumpu, 42 klouže, levá 8 plus téčko klouže, 182, do pravé 4 přes most utáhne, váže levá 5 středem, 62 na značky, levá 5 plus, váže pravá 5 a levá 4, 50 levá 3, 40 pravá 4 dlouhá, utáhne za roh, 50, pravá 7 minus štěrk odboč, 10 levá 7 plus kameny, váže pravá 7 balík, váže levá 5 plus kat pláto a pravá 2 dlouhá, hned levá 1, utáhne 4 dravy, 152, levá 5 za značku přes horizont, 60, pravá 2, 6 stavy, na horizont vlevo štěrk málo a pravá 4, 30 pravá 4 plus stavy, 74, levá 4 utáhne kolej, 30 pravá 4 plus, 50 levá 4 přes horizont, 40 pravá 5 minus kolej na horizont vlevo váže bum, 74, levá 4 váže horizont vpravo, 40, pravá 2 dlouhá, a levá 5 minus kat přes horizont bum, a levá 5 minus kat přes horizont bum, váže pravá 1 přes horizonty dlouhá, utáhne 3, 50, hned levá 4 kat pláto, 70, horizont drž, 151, horizont váže levá 1, hned pravá 2 přes horizont, 100 na rozbité, levá 6 minus přes horizont další, 100, pravá 2 tyč, 200, levá 1 delší drž, 200, horizont a pravá 3 tyč, utáhne 5 minus tyč, 50, levá 2, 6 tyče delší, 20, pravá 7 plus klouže moc, dlouhá, 50, levá 5 plus tyče dlouhá, 102, levá 1 přes horizont váže horizont a pravá 1 dlouhá, 4 plus tyč, 60, pravá 4, 6 minus tyče, 61 klouže, levá 2 přes horizont dlouhá, utáhne 3 dlouhá, 5 minus kat, 70, pravá 3 přes horizont, 61 do levé 4 travy bum pláto, 70, horizont pravá 1, 74, pravá 5 dlouhá vlhká, 50, levá 4, 70, horizont váže pravá 5 minus možná klouže, 40, levá 5 plus předem moc, 70, pravá 6, pravý pláto, 50, pravá 3, 50 pravá 3, 60 levá 2, 104, levá 4 plus možná klouže, 40 pravá 3, 80, pravá 2 utáhne 5, 60, levá 6 značky kolej dlouhá, 50, pravá 4, váže levá 1 dlouhá značka a pravá 4 plus tyč, 60, pravá 5 plus tyč štěrk, 80, horizont a levá 2, do pravé 4, 70, levá 2, 5 minus, váže pravá 5 značka, 51, pravá 6 minus most, 70 vlevo retardér, pravá 7 štěrk, váže levá 8 plus. 40, pravá 5 dlouhá a do pravé 2 přes horizont, 123. Levá 4, 30 pravá 5 minus značky delší, 182 oči. Levá 4 plus později, 40, pravá 5 značky, 40, levá 5 výjezd vlevo, 30 vlevo retardér, pravá 6, levá 7, pravá 5. 103, 4 oči, horizont a pravá 6 předem, hned levá 8 plus za balík široká, 20, levá 6, hned pravá 6, 120, pravá 4, 20, pravá 7 minus odboč středem, 70, pravá 7 plus značka na úzké, 50, levá 8 minus později středem široká, 184, pravá 3 dlouhá, váže hop a pravá 5 minus hlavě možná klouže, 100, hop do levé 2, váže pravá hop, pravá 3, 180, levá 7 kat moc, váže pravá 6, utáhne na horizont vlevo a levá 2, 6 minus open delší přes horizont, váže pravá 3, utáhne 6 plus kat moc klouže, 40, horizont a pravá 4 a utáhne 6 přes horizont později dravy, 30, levá 6 minus tyče utáhne, váže pravá 5 plus na horizont vlevo, 60, levá 6 short vlhko, 50, levá 4 na horizont vpravo a levá 2, 50, levá 3 přes horizont, 50, pravá 4, 50, pravá 1 přes horizont dlouhá, 4 plus hop delší tyč, 201, pravá 5 za tyč na horizont vlevo, váže levá 3 delší, 4 tyč, 82, levá 4 tyč delší přes hop, 101, pravá 4 přes horizont, 40, pravá 4 plus přes horizont a levá 3 kat na vlhko, na horizont vpravo, 30 levá 5 plus a pravá 1 delší, do levé 4 plus hop, 20 pravá 4 kat pláto moc a levá 1 přes horizont dlouhá a utáhne kolej, 4 plus davy klouže, 40 pravá 6 plus za strom, 61, levá 7 plus kámen ven, 151, pravá 3 přes horizont shooter, na horizont vlevo a do pravé 3, 72, levá 4 přes horizont a pravá 6 minus přes horizont tyč, 122, 4, levá 4 plus kan pláto přes horizont, 72 oči, levá 2, 40, levá 1 přes horizont dlouhá, na horizont vpravo kolej a do levé 4, váže pravá 3 sompou, 60, levá 3 5 plus delší, teď pláto málo, váže pravá 3 travy klouže delší přes horizont, 70 na tyče, pravá 3, 60, pravá 4 a levá 3, 60, levá 4 přes horizont dlouhá, utáhne 6, 40, pravá 6 minus tyč travy, hned levá 5 kat štěrk moc, 100, pravá 3 přes horizont, do pravé 2 tyč dlouhé, utáhne 5 tyč přes horizont, váže levá 4 a pravá 4 plus tyč, 80, pravá 3 cíl, 301, a 1022.
To bylo akorát ty pravý, teda.
No, masakr to bylo.
Z začátku jsem byl opatrně, no. Skok byl teda dobrý, ale...
No.